You're really itching for a fight, huh? I'll show you one. You're wide open here! No holding back! Gotcha! You've already lost.
All right, well, looks like we were right. The hint was talking about the Otherworld tournament with Super Saiyan Kaioken Goku, as well as Pikkon, which we'll look at in a second. So Super Kaioken Goku, when at 50% health or less, his special arts grants restores own health when it reaches 0 once, and reduces next sustained damage. He also takes less damage after the enemy evades his attack with a vanishing step. So, not too much info here. I'm just going to say this before we really dive into the details. These units are going to have to be insanely good, or the banner is going to have to be insanely good. Just because of the fact that the anniversary banners are still up until, I think it's like July 15th or something. So them putting these two guys out, and like to be completely honest, these two characters are not like the most hyped characters ever. Especially when we're talking about like Merge Zamasu, Vegito Blue, Rage Trunk, stuff like that. Like in order to summon on this banner over the anniversary banners, I still think the anniversary banners are going to be like way better than these, but we'll see. Like what if they put like yellow Vegito on this banner? What if they put the Broly and Chilai on there, and what if they make it, I don't know, like a guaranteed sparking or something? Then I could see a case to be made to pull on this banner. And these units are probably also going to have to be super broken because we know how broken all the anniversary units are at this point. So this, he basically has endurance, right? 50% health or less special arts card grants endurance, basically. So what I'm getting from this is he's basically going to have some way to generate his own green card from his kit. Maybe it's like part of his unique ability. Maybe it's like when he gets to 50% health, he draws a green card, and then when you use that green card, he then gets endurance. Also reduces the next sustained damage, and he takes less damage every time the enemy evades with attack with a vanishing step. So I mean, if you get perfect vanish, this guy's going to take less damage. That's good. It sounds like this guy might be a defense type because this guy he both has endurance and sustained damage cut. So that's all we know here. He does have an ultimate ability, which is nice. I'm assuming this is going to be a Legends Rising banner just because most of the banners that we've gotten after the hints have come out have always been Legends Rising. So we'll go over like sort of like what I think sort of his team so that he can fit on in a second, but let's go take a look at Pikkon first here.
You're either overconfident or just plain stupid. Watch the... Bring the fight to me. Toss this. Such awesome power.
Okay, so there's Pikkon. He does take off his training clothes, which is what we wanted, because that version of Pikkon without the weighted training clothes, I believe this is the first game he's going to be a playable character in. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong on that, but even in Heroes, they don't have that form of Pikkon. So Pikkon incoming, a transforming Pikkon is incoming. Okay, so his special arts, Flawless Stance, draws a special move arts card, reduces enemy keys. So that is a transformation then, huh? Because it doesn't make the transformation noise, does it?
Bring the fight.
I guess that is a main ability then, into the transformation. Special arts card, Flawless Stance, draws a special move arts card. So his green card draws a blue card. Reduces enemy key by 30, and once only reduces their vanishing gauge to 0. Wow. So that's his green card doing that. Burn their vanish and light them up with a special move. So we saw the first character with the ability to reduce vanishing gauge with the EX Super Vegeta from the anniversary, and now we're already getting our second character that's able to do that with Pikkon. I'm really glad it's once only because this would be like beyond broken if he could do this multiple times. But this green card looks really, really good. I mean, because this is pretty much Super Vegeta's main ability, right? He draws a blue card, reduces advantage gauge to 0. But the only thing he's not doing is he's not getting key. He's not increasing the damage of the special move, which is fine. So it looks like, It looks like the green card every single time is going to draw a blue card, because the only once I think is only referring to the vanishing gauge to 0%. So that's interesting. The only problem I have with this guy is his team is probably not going to be that good. In a similar position to what Hit was in, I imagine, when he came out. But let's go back to Goku for a second. Let's go over to DBZ Space and sort of look at the teams that I think he'll be on. He's a Super Saiyan Goku, right? I mean, he'll have Kaioken. The only question I have is this guy going to be... Where's like the Super Saiyan Goku we could look at? This guy. Is this guy going to be on the Super Saiyan tag, or is he going to have his own like Super Saiyan Kaioken tag? I really hope it's just Super Saiyan, and then like a separate, maybe like just a Kaioken tag or whatever. Let me just take a look at the Blue Goku, because the transforming Blue Goku, it should be set up similarly to how he functions. He's on transform. Yeah, okay. So what I think is going to happen is similar to how this guy is just on the Super Saiyan God SS tag. I think the Super Saiyan Kaioken Goku will just be on Super Saiyan then, which is good, because that means you can actually hold on. I don't know if he's on here. You can pair him up with Blue Bardock. And I'm definitely going to do that, at least for one video. Pair him with Super Saiyan Kaioken Goku with Bardock. He'll be on Sun Family. He'll be on Saiyan. He'll be on Super Saiyan. He'll also be in Otherworld Warriors. He will not be in the movies tag, though. And that's the big thing that's going to hurt Pikkon. We'll get to that in a second. So what I would actually like to see from this guy is, I think, maybe some kind of like Super Saiyan buff, because Super Saiyan is not really a tag that gets a lot of love these days. It got a lot of love with Bardock back in the day. This guy was like an optimal bench to be ran alongside, I guess you can call it a Holy Trinity team. And then this guy came around where he's just buffing all the Super Saiyans. So if this guy wants to buff Super Saiyans and give them like 30% to both offenses or something, I'd be 100% down with that. He would also be able to be ran on, obviously, all these stupid tags like Saiyan, Sun Family. But we can get rid of this guy now. The Otherworld Warriors tag, I think we could start seeing this guy maybe buff this maybe at like 3 or 6 stars. We could have him do maybe, we get at 3 stars, he does Super Saiyan strike attack and blast attack 25%, and then maybe also gives a boost to Otherworld Warriors tag, maybe strike attack plus 10%. So if you're running this guy alongside this Gogeta, he's also a Super Saiyan. This guy's getting, the extra buff for the Otherworld Warriors tag because he's on this tag. Same thing with this guy and this guy, because these are all Super Saiyans, right? And if this guy ends up getting a Zenkai Awakening, which I think is actually very likely to happen pretty soon, this guy's going to be pretty crazy to run alongside the Goku. Now, the only thing I will say about this Goku as well is this endurance is not going to be super impactful with Vegeta Blue in every match, because Vegeta Blue nullifies endurance with his ultimate, and his ultimate pretty much just kills everything. So I think in order for this to be relevant in this meta, is this guy needs to be green. And we take a look at like the, let me just see, I guess Sun Family, and then we can take a look at Saiyan as well. Sun Family is actually a pretty slept on tag right now. I feel like this guy's underrated, kind of. This guy's, honestly, he's really good, but people don't really use him as much anymore. And another one that you could talk about is Kid Goku, one of the best units in the game at Zenkai 7. This team has a green in this guy, and that's pretty much it. Every other green unit on here is very not impressive to me. Even LF Super Saiyan 3, I don't think he's even close to as good as the Super Saiyan 4. So I wouldn't be opposed if this team got another green unit. And then Saiyans, it's kind of the same thing. Like all those Sun families, they're all just Saiyans, right? Pretty much. They're all just Gokus. Kefla, yeah. Vegeta, yeah. But I don't know if you want to put them on the Saiyan tag. It'd be interesting to see what this guy ends up doing with his kit, if he has some sort of interaction with the Saiyan tag itself. Because this guy wants to be run alongside Saiyans, then you could put him on the Saiyan team, and then all we're missing is like one super top tier yellow unit to be on here. I mean, you could run this guy, but he's not doing anything special with the Saiyan tag specifically. But he's just a good, all-around unit. So that'll be interesting to see. I do think that he'll probably end up buffing the Otherworld Warriors tag in some way, because they're starting to buff those like sub tags. We saw that with Shadow Dragons. We saw that with Universe 2 back when the Ribrianne crew came out. So yeah, we'll see if they continue that trend. Now Pikkon. You know what? We're gonna pull up. Let's go back to characters. We're gonna pull up Hit. Where is Hit? Is he all the way down here? He is. So when Hit came out, even to this day, he doesn't really have any good tags. He has a powerful opponent. That's pretty much it. Universe 6 wasn't really a usable team. I mean, this is not a team you want to be running. So they built him in a way where he was buffing a color or two colors, blue and yellow, and then he was also his kit was based off of, if you have certain colors on your team. I think Pikkon is probably going to end up being built in a similar way, just because. Where's Other Warriors? Just because this Pikkon, specifically the one that we're talking about here without the armor, this Pikkon is not from a movie. He's from the Otherworld Warriors anime original episode. So he'll have the anime original tag, but that tag is not good. And then his only other tag is Otherworld Warrior. So maybe these guys can start being like the core to Otherworld Warriors. If they want to make these guys like double buffers for Otherworld Warriors and just start making this tag relevant, that could be interesting. But for the time being, this tag is not going to be good. Even if both of these new units start to buff this tag, it's still not going to be relevant, I don't think, just because 2 new units are on there. Let me just pull up Bardock, because Bardock should be on there. Yeah, Anime Original Sagas. I'm surprised they actually haven't started to flesh out this tag with, units that are actually buffing this tag, because it could be good. I mean, you have 2 freezes on here. Yeah, I got blue Bardock, there's green Bardock's going to get a Zenkai at some point. This red Bardock's still insane. Chilled is okay, and then you have all these EXs. So, I mean, because Pikkon again, and the Goku as well, they're both going to fit on this tag. But right now, this is like just a useless tag, because there's nothing that you can do with this. There's no synergy at all. You can run this guy with like Bardock, but they don't share any synergy. The only thing they share is this tag, but nothing's going on with this tag. So I don't even know if he's going to be buffing that as a sub leader. I think as a sub leader, he's probably going to be buffing Otherworld Warriors, and then the main thing he's probably going to be doing is buffing a color, which it's just not optimal. I don't know. I mean, if they really want to make this guy like blue, and then maybe they make him so that you really want to run him alongside like Hit or something, and now Hit finally has like a really good team to be on, and they make this Pikkon like specifically really good with Hit, that could be an interesting team. Like yellow, or maybe they even make him yellow or blue. One of those two would work. They make Hit yellow, Pikkon yellow, and then you have like a crazy blue unit or something to run the yellow blue team with Hit, and then maybe Pikkon's buffing like 50% or 40% or something to yellow and blue units, and then that all of a sudden that team becomes super scary, because you also have keep in mind you also have units like this guy, who are literally designed to be ran on yellow blue teams, or blue purple technically, but as long as they're blue, right, then it's fine. I guess not really this guy, huh? I guess it would be more like the Broly, wherever that EX Broly is up here, because this Broly is designed to be ran with yellow blue teams because of the C ability. So like this, right? His kit is even based around it. So I don't know. I think I'm a little bit nervous for Pikkon, especially in a meta where Vegito Blue and Merge Zamasu and Rage Trunks and all these crazy units are running around. This guy's going to need to be like, his kit's going to have to be crazy good to keep up with him, especially when his team options are going to be super limited. So that's my only concern with Pikkon. Goku isn't going to have as big of a problem with his teams, just because he's a Saiyan and he's on Sun Family and Super Saiyan. So we'll see what happens with that. We should be getting the data actually tomorrow night. So in about 24 hours from this video going live. In that, when that happens, we'll break down the 2 units. Hopefully they're good. And then all the banner stuff that's dropping. This banner better be good, otherwise no one's going to be summoning on this. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one.